What's up guys, InspecthaGadget here, and today we're going to be doing an inspection of this beast of a smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy S4. It's going to be awesome guys, so without further ado, let's get inspecting.
And now it's time for
So the Samsung Galaxy S4 is one of today's most sought after smartphones, and with good reason. Its 5-inch Super AMOLED 1080 by 1920 pixel display gives you about 441 pixels per inch, and boy is it a sight for sore eyes. It's the same pixel density found on the HTC Droid DNA's display, and equally beautiful. Colors are vibrant and nicely saturated, and text is tack sharp. It ships with Android's 4.2.2 Jelly Bean operating system underneath Samsung's TouchWiz user interface, but you can also get a TouchWiz free version at the Google Play Store. And if you're not yet familiar with Android's operating system, the first place you'll want to go is the Play Store, with its over 800,000 apps. And all the usuals are there, like Google+, Google's social network, which is actually good for making new connections, Google Books, which I've made no secret is my favorite book reading app of all time, Play Magazines, which I found doesn't work as well as it does on a tablet. The View Text button doesn't change the format. Of course, you get the tried and true Google Maps, which is always as awesome as ever. But the latest addition to the lineup is Google's $7.99 a month music subscription service, which I found a real treat with its 30-day free trial. I think giving unlimited access to millions of songs for just $7.99 a month will make Google the Netflix of music. And of course, Jelly Bean is still Android's smoothest operating system ever, with no quirks or issues whatsoever while using the Galaxy S4. I mean, everything was as smooth as butter, and everything worked exactly as it should. In my opinion, Android's Jelly Bean is the best operating system available. But that may not be for long if Samsung has anything to say about it. Samsung has slowly been adding to its lineup apps that do, well, what Android already does. Apps that undoubtedly compete with Google Currents and Google Drive as well. Yep, if you ask me, old Sammy has a few tricks up its sleeve, and those tricks may end in a battle between Samsung and Google. And I gotta say, after using the S4, Samsung has taken the almost perfect Jelly Bean OS and made it even better. With better customization of the notification tray, easier ways to answer calls by simply tapping or just saying answer, Samsung has even included some pretty nifty gestures that some may or may not use, like tilting the screen to scroll when you're on a web page, or using hand wave gestures to switch tabs. You can even use similar hand gestures to quickly jump from the top to the bottom of the screen, or vice versa. And I always found Samsung's palm swipes for screenshots more useful than Android's native hold the power button along with the volume rocker thing. Much simpler. I also found it pretty useful to be able to move icons across home screens by simply waving your hand. You can also use the same gesture for swiping through pictures. I mean, Samsung has definitely brought the magic and wonder back to the world of smartphones. It's clear that Samsung's Tizen operating system will be a force to be reckoned with when it's released. And Samsung has already gotten started with apps like S Health, which helps you manage your health. And apps like S Translator, which works just like Google Translate but better in that it can use your camera to actually translate what the camera sees to any language and even give you dictionary definitions for the English language. It's pretty awesome. And this function of S Translator is actually available through Samsung's own optical reader app. I definitely want this in my back pocket whenever I'm in another country. Of course, S-Memo still helps you take dynamic notes, and Story Album actually allows you to take your pictures and make a story out of them, so that's pretty cool. And of course, in my opinion, the most useful of Samsung's software additions is Multi-Window. It's just as genius as Samsung's camera features that go along with its 13 megapixel shooter. and the IR blaster that, when coupled with Samsung's Watch On app, allows you to control virtually any television. It's pretty awesome. I also really enjoyed watching Google Movies on the Galaxy S4, although I felt its speakers gave me just a little bit too much high-end compared to, say, the Galaxy Note 2. And the quad-core 1.9 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 SoC performed exactly as I needed it to when playing processor-intensive games like Fast and the Furious 6 or the ever-popular Iron Man 3. I mean, play just one processor-intensive game on the Galaxy S4 and you'll completely understand why it gets over 13,000 on a quadrant benchmark. This beast helps Iron Man out so effortlessly you'd think it was one of the Avengers. So you really can't knock Galaxy S4 users when they say, "Can your phone do this?" So that's about it for our inspection of the Samsung Galaxy S4, guys. Let me know what you think about the Samsung Galaxy S4. I think it's amazing. It has a ton of features. It's blazingly fast. It's just awesome, guys. So let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want the latest and greatest in tech news and reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm InspecthaGadget, and I will see you on the other side. Deuces.